saw Senator Ted Kennedy's Chappaquiddick tragedy. British psychic Simon Alexander predicted the exact week of President Nixon's resignation, long before anyone thought that event would take place. But the psychic with the most noteworthy gift of prophecy has been Jean Dickson. Since her early childhood, she's been able to foretell the events of the future. In recent years, she has astonished the public with her predictions of the assassinations of both Kennedys and Martin Luther King.
A prophecy is something else. That's a revelation. No.
Miss Dixon considers her psychic ability a gift from God. She is constant in her efforts to use that gift for the benefit of others.
Senator Robert Kennedy, that was a forecast. That was not a prophecy. And Martin Luther King, that was a forecast, not a prophecy.
In recent years, Jean Dickson has turned increasingly toward astrology for help in seeing the future. She is among the millions who believe that our destinies are interlocked with the movements of the planets, with the shifting of the stars.
For his purpose and his mission upon this earth.
Proponents of this ancient art believe that our personalities develop according to what sign of the zodiac we are born under. For instance, those born under the sign of Aries are energetic, enterprising, like Charles Chaplin and Thomas Jefferson. Taurians born mid-April to mid-May are stubborn and musical, like Barbra Streisand and Harry Truman. Geminis are versatile and clever, like Bob Hope, Bob Dylan, and John F. Kennedy. Those born mid-June to mid-July are under the sign of Cancer. They are sympathetic and changeable, like Ringo Starr. Leos are proud, domineering, authoritative, like the Emperor Napoleon and Alfred Hitchcock. Virgos born the end of summer are methodical, like composer Leonard Bernstein. Libras are just, honorable, well-balanced, like President Eisenhower. Scorpios born mid-October to mid-November are independent, like Charles de Gaulle. Those born under the sign of Sagittarius are impulsive, like Frank Sinatra. Capricorns are ambitious, self-reliant, strong. Like Joan of Arc. To be born under Aquarius makes one honest, humane, popular, like Babe Ruth or Abraham Lincoln. And Pisces are sensitive, like Elizabeth Taylor. Investigator is attempting to help a metropolitan police department by looking into the past. He does this by receiving images from the murder weapon, hoping to reconstruct the crime, identify the murderer.
The body was murdered. The blood was in the bushes there. The girlfriend ran back in her car on a dead-end aerial, turned the car around.
Hurkos has been recruited by police departments around the world, including Scotland Yard. He was hired to help find the Boston Strangler. Did police work on the Charles Manson murder.
Like a suitcase. She was stabbed to death 5 times. Long, hard kitten.
Hurkos is not the only practitioner of this unusual profession. There are others, men and women, working on all continents. We are now going to see close up how a psychic investigator works as we follow the step-by-step investigation of one murder case.
It happened around here somewhere. May I have the photograph, please?
For 6 months, the police in a California town were stumped by what had become known as the Pier Murder. A 17-year-old girl had been found dead.
The girl was about 22 or 23. I see her with long, dark hair. Maybe a little below shoulder length. Let's try it over here.
By being able to psychometrize, that is, to read messages from an unseen photograph of the victim, the psychic investigator is able to tune in on the crime itself. She is able to locate the scene of the crime, describe and identify the victim.
Annabella, that's the name.
So far, so good. So we know all that already.
She has to tell you what she sees as she sees it. There are no shortcuts.
I wish I could be sure we weren't wasting our time.
I feel a stab wound under my arm, down my side.
There's no way she could know that. Nobody knows that. That was never released. What is she doing?
Look at the photograph. At the position of the
The
body.
psychic again senses information about the crime, how the body of the girl fell to the ground, how she was found. Later, using a personal object of the victims, the psychic attempts to secure more critical data. Often this information will come while the psychic is sleeping. For this reason, her assistant always monitors her sleep.
Oh, please, Arnold, no. I see her running. Oh, she's very frightened. She's running. Arnold. He's about 5'7", 5'8". He has short, blonde hair. Oh, Arnold's very sick. He's diabetic. He's very, very sick. Oh, she loved him. She loved him very much.
The information obtained during the psychic's dream is reported to the police.
Not far away. He's not far away at all.
That's when you woke up.
Is there a park around here? Could you get me a map?
Like most psychic investigators, she will work with a map, hoping to pinpoint a specific area in which the killer is working or living.
No, over.
She works with the map upside down.
May I have the ring, please? Thank you.
Again, using a personal object of the victims.
Here. He's buying a gun here. Right here.
Irving Place and 45th Street. There's a gun shop there.
He wants to kill again.
Who? Where?
He wants to kill his doctor. Oh, wait a minute. I see horses around here and a butterfly.
That doesn't make any sense.
But he lives with horses. There are horses there, lots of horses, and a giant butterfly.
Not anywhere near that pier do you see any horses.
Are you sure there aren't any stables in that area?
Not that I know of.
Well, I'd double-check that if I were you.
The images psychics receive are not always clear ones. Often they are fragmentary and need to be put together like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. In this instance, the giant butterfly the psychic had seen was part of a large, brightly colored wall painting. And the horses were the horses of a carousel.
Listen, do you hear that music? At the carousel, those are the horses.
The psychic investigator has led the police to the building where she believes the murderer works and lives. There is a small room in the back of the carousel.
Police, we just want to talk to you.